So, guys, recently Donald Trump, the newly elected president of the United States, actually appointed an IPOB lobbyist into his cabinet. In fact, he made her the chief of staff. I'm going to reveal to you what Alex Otti said that when Nnamdi is going to regain his freedom and all that. I'm going to reveal to you a lot of information that have actually, generated a lot of mixed reactions in the country. Because people are wondering, will Donald Trump actually, bring the Biafra and all that, and the agitation in the southeastern region and all that, and that particular group of secessionists have actually, started celebrating that, Donald Trump is going to, bring to the freedom of and all that. Let me read the news so that you can hear from the horse's mouth and see what happened, and who this particular person is, and why she is a lobbyist for IPOB, and when IPOB contracted her and all that. Let me show you. And please, if this is your first time of coming to my channel, please don't hesitate to click on the notification button so I get notified whenever we drop important videos and updates like that. Also, do well to follow us on this particular page by clicking on the subscribe button so I become one of us. Now, let's head back straight to the point. I told you guys, as you can see on the screen, they said that this is how Donald Trump's new chief of staff, being Susie Wise, worked for IPOB movement in 2019 through her lobbying firm. As you can see on the screen, they said that Susie Wise, the newly announced chief of staff to United States President-elect Donald Trump, was co-chair of a lobbying firm hired by the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, in 2019, and the two parties extensively worked together. Records have shown that these particular two people worked together, that she and her company actually, worked as a lobbying firm for the IPOB. As you can see, they said days ago, Trump, who defeated Vice President Kamala Harris in the tight presidential contest, had selected his campaign manager, Susie Wise, to serve as his chief of staff. And this marks a historic turn in the United States, because she is the first female chief of staff, to actually occupy that particular political position in the country. Let's go ahead. They said Wise will be the first woman to serve as the chief of staff. Like I said, they said Susie Wise just helped me achieve one of the greatest. So he said Susie Wise just helped me achieve one of the greatest political victories in American history, and was an integral part of both my 2016 and 2020 successful campaigns. Trump said in this statement announcing his election. Susie is tough, smart, innovative, and is universally admired and respected. Susie, we continue to work tirelessly to make America great again. This is what the praises and accolade that Donald Trump was actually giving to him. Well, as a question on this, I said a further probe into her record revealed that IPOB hired the Wise firm to lobby the Congress and the State Department on the promotion of human rights and democracy in Nigeria. That the IPOB group, hired this particular man, this particular woman, being Wise, from to lobby the Congress, the House of Congress in the United States, and the State Department on the promotion of human rights and democracy in Nigeria. According to a report by foreignlobby.com in 2021, about 2 years ago, IPOB has a lobbying contract with this particular with Mercury Public Affairs. The engagement, which started in October 2019, is for about $85,000 per month, but the firm only disclosed about $254,000 in payments with the U.S. Department of Justice for all the last year. So, according to media reports, the emergence of Donald Trump as the winner of the U.S. election intensified hope of an independent nation known as Biafra. Like I said, some people from that particular group, being the Biafra group, have continued to celebrate that Biafra will actually come, that Donald Trump is actually going to bring Biafra to the country. But like I've often said it here, that P2B, was the one that actually addressed this issue of agitation. That every agitation group, has a reason why they're agitating. A sensible government will call for a roundtable discussion to say, if this is the right thing to do, let us conduct a referendum. If you want to stay or be part of this particular country, of course, it is enshrined in our constitution. Conduct referendum, which is in our constitution. Then let the House of Assembly vote if you want to leave. Like the Yoruba Nation people that have been agitating, that have submitted their letter to the UK Prime Minister and all that. You conduct a referendum so that these people, any people that are interested in actually leaving this country, of course, through vote. This is what the nation does. People with the highest number of votes, are probably, according to the referendum and all that, will actually leave. That is basically what a lot of people are saying. Well, that is that for that. This is what actually happened. That this particular woman that worked for IPOB in 2019 and all that, through her lobbying firm, has actually been appointed as the chief of staff. And like, as Sarah report has reported, that a lot of people are celebrating, especially from the IPOB group, that their independence is actually near and all that. But we'll see as things unfold, whether the appointment will actually help or what and all that. But we'll keep our fingers crossed, and we'll keep on updating you guys from any political news we get on these political stories and in this affairs and all that. Well, that's that for that. Let's also talk about other things we have on this particular page. Recently, Otti came out and said that Nnamdi Kanu, is going to regain his freedom soon. Look at what he said. like I've often said, I'll keep on advocating for the release of that particular man, because that it is going to bring everlasting peace in the southeastern part of the country. A lot of people have been saying, release this man, because a lot of criminals in the southeastern part of the country have hijacked this particular opportunity, committing all sorts of criminality, atrocities in the southeastern part of the country. Look at the southeast that is known to generate a high level of IGR and contribute a lot. Look at the amount of billions that is being lost every Monday or on Monday, sit at home and other activities in the southeastern part of the country. P2B have said release him. Atiku Abubakar have said release him. Edwin Clark, a lot of political figures in the country have said release this man and let him go, so there will be peace in the southeastern part of the country. Look at what Alex Otti said, as you can see on the screen. Alex Otti said, they said Abia State Governor, being Dr. Alex Otti, has revealed that Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, will soon regain his freedom. He said the governor made this disclosure while speaking during a monthly media chat at the government house banquet hall in Umuahia. He said Governor Otti reviewed ongoing discussions with the presidency about Kanu's continued detention. He, however, shied away from revealing specific details, stressing that sensitive steps are being taken behind the scenes. The Abia State-born activist has been a vocal activist. This is all about Nnamdi Kanu. So you can hear what Alex Otti is saying, that they are taking sensitive steps, that they will not reveal such steps, that whatever they are doing behind the door to release this particular man. But hopefully they are actually taking meaningful steps, especially the Southeast governors, so that they can address the insecurity and what is trying to take over the entire region. What is trying to take over the entire region? Honestly speaking with you. Well, that's that. Let's move on to another topic. As we are talking today, Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government spent about 5 billion just to renovate the VP's house in Lagos. Remember, they spent about 20-something billion in renovating the same VP's house in Abuja. You keep on wondering, how many houses will this particular man, being the vice president, Kashim Shettima, live? That you are using billions upon billions upon billions upon billions upon billions to renovate. Meanwhile, you people are telling the average Nigerian citizen to manage that you people remove subsidy to better the lives of Nigeria. Meanwhile, the subsidy you removed, people are using the money for frivolities, buying private jets, yachts, escalates, cars, and all that for senators and for yourselves. And using money, billions and billions of naira. You used about 21 billion for VP's house in Abuja. You're using about, as you can see on the screen, you're using about 5 billion to renovate the house in Lagos State. You keep on wondering. Tinubu's government spends 5 billion to renovate Vice President Kashim Shettima's Lagos residence amid hardship. Amid the economic hardship we have in the country. Amid the economic hardship we have in the country. They're using billions and billions to renovate the office that one man will live in. P2B made reference that they should go to number 10 Downing Street in the UK, where the Prime Minister lives. How many rooms are there? This is the only place the Prime Minister lives, but Kashim Shettima, the VP, has a house in Lagos, he has a house in Abuja, he has a house in everywhere, and this is with our taxpayers' money that are using to carry out light. The rich news today is that Governor Obaseki's whereabouts is unknown, that he fled Nigeria through land borders ahead of tenure expiration. This is what APC's governor-elect in Benin State is actually speaking about. Like I've said, we don't support the rascality and how this particular man, being the APC governor, came into power in Benin State, because we saw a lot of rigging and magomoga around that. But Governor Obaseki, as a matter of fact, should not be afraid of anything. If his hands are clean, if his hands are clean, and probably he did not embezzle any single dime of the Edo State money, he should be proud to honor the invitation of the EFCC, other than trying to run around and all that. This is the kind of government, or probably the country we want, not a country whereby after the expiration of their tenure, they will keep on running and hiding away from EFCC. If your hands are clean, an innocent hand or mind fears no accusation. P2B was the only governor that said if you find any corruption case against him that is going to end his political ambition. Till today, nobody has actually come out to say P2B did this, he stole money, he did that, and all that. EFCC has never invited or probably probed him before. And this is what integrity means. So if Obaseki's hands are clean, why is he running up and down? Of course, you should be brave enough to attend and honor the invitation of EFCC. If they actually invite you or probably want to query you or question you based on one or two fronts. Of course, if you are bold and your hands are clean and you're transparent in your government, you go in and answer for those, other than trying to run around and hide away from them. It makes no sense. In fact, it makes you to look more guilty of whatever they are accusing you of if your hands are clean. So the news is actually funny that his whereabouts is unknown, especially because the handover is around the corner. He's nowhere to be found. Well, I'll keep you guys posted in case they actually discover where he is or probably where he actually went to, because a lot of things actually happen in this country. The rascality of our politicians is something else. The level at which they misappropriate funds and spend our common resources is something else that goes unpunished. Well, I would like you guys to drop a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think about this political happenings issues that I've discussed so far, especially the appointment of one of the IPOB's lobbyists into Trump's cabinet, and also what do you think about what Alex Otti said about the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Do you think this will bring everlasting peace in the southeastern part of the country? Because that particular region has actually been, clouded with a lot of insecurities, and criminal groups have actually hijacked this opportunity to perpetrate all sorts of evils, and politicians even in the region have taken advantage of this to, hunt their political enemies and all that. So drop your comments. Like I said, do it to subscribe, follow us on this particular channel, so I become one of us. So I'll be getting important political information and updates on things that are actually happening within the country. See you guys later.